What up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of I Hate the Homies podcast. Yours truly, Rock Teasy, in the building. Episode number 49.
Please. It's your boy Griff, the first homie. I don't have a number or a jersey for 49, and I hate the homies.
Dennis Smith, dog, with the Chiefs back in the day.
Wow, you went but I'm not.
Yeah, I'm happy with you doing it right. It's when he does it. And then he gives us a wrong number, a wrong person with the.
I gave a couple wrong numbers before.
He's been consistent every week, Rock.
No, tell the truth, Rock. I ain't wrong every episode.
You're close, dog. You're close, dog. But if you think about it, there has not been too many big number 49s over the history of sports.
I think when I think of 40s between 45 and 49, I think of fullbacks, dog.
Right.
Because they just start letting linebackers and people like that use these. I mean, now people going to be number 0. Anyway.
It's your boy Super Day, but guess what?
We don't care.
I'm going to tell you what we do care about, man. All right, so we got NBA playoffs. That's easy. We're going to give you guys our thoughts and opinions on that. And we're going to get into the NFL draft that's about to get ready to come up.
Sir.
There's really only probably 2 to 3 players to talk about right there.
Yeah.
And what's going on with your boy Marquez Houston?
Well, Marquez Houston is saying that grown women come with baggage, but his wife is 19 and he's 41. So we go.
I have no problem with that.
I do, dog. I think that's hella gross, dog. I ain't even gonna lie, dog.
Hey, well, how about the dude that broke up with his girlfriend because he said her son is too bad?
Now here go my applause for that one.
We're going to get into that one as well.
Bad kids mess it up for the parents.
There's some truth to that, man. And the man on Southwest Airlines had a total meltdown over a crying baby. Man, the crying babies on airplanes, thank God for earphones and doggone earplugs and stuff, man.
But have some empathy on, I mean, we'll talk about it, but have some empathy. First of all, I'm sure whoever the parent is don't want the baby crying.
It ain't the baby's fault.
They apologize and the whole, I'm so sorry.
Right.
Like, sir,
Everybody,
grow up. Your child, if you obviously don't have a kid, if you having a whole meltdown about a baby crying.
Shut that brat up.
See?
Everybody don't agree with what you saying, Griff, but
really?
We're going to get into it, dog.
Okay.
The podcast starts right now. Ray Duggar, let's go.
I hate the homies.
All right, so
what y'all do between episodes? What would you get into?
Man, I had my annual Stomp Wars event this past weekend, so it was amazing.
Oh, remember you? Oh, yeah, tell me.
Yes.
Tell us about that, though.
So
I love the logo, by the way.
Appreciate that. The Stomp Wars is this is the 16th annual national step competition.
Come on.
And it's youth step teams travel from all over the country to come to compete at Stomp Wars, the Super Bowl of youth stepping.
Yeah.
We gave away over $130,000 in prize money, scholarships, and community grants. Shout out to Walmart, American Airlines, man, some of our amazing partners, the Divine Nine. 3 international Divine Nine presidents showed up.
Nice.
Man, it was
Who
it
came?
was
From which friends
Delta
or
Sigma
sorority?
Theta, Elsie Cook Holmes, Phi Beta Sigma International President Chris V. Ray, and Sigma Gamma Rose International President Rashida S. Liberty, man.
Nice.
That's a big time deal right there.
That's huge, dog.
4,500 people showed up. It was a beautiful thing, bro. God is good.
I'm gonna play dumb. You organized all this. You did the
I got an
tickets,
amazing team. Yeah,
Got it.
Got an amazing team. I can't take full credit, but I just had a vision like 16 years ago. I'll share this with you real quick, then we'll move it on. I was invited to host a high school step competition.
Okay.
And when I got there was a 14-year-old girl on the side crying. She was a part of one of the step teams. And I'm like, yo, what's going on? Step show about to start. What's wrong? And she's like, she found out she was pregnant. And I'm like, okay, well, let's go try to win this competition now, and then we'll come back and deal with this. Long story short, the girl dropped out of school, felt like she had to get a job. You know the story.
Yeah.
Her principal called me about 2 weeks after that saying she came back to school. She wanted to give me credit for it. I didn't want to take credit, so I went to her school, and I challenged her to come up with another reason why she came back to school. And don't give me the credit. She said she missed her step team. Mm-hmm. And that was the only positive thing in her life at the moment, and she missed her step team. That's why she came back to school. She ended up graduating, getting a college scholarship, the whole 9. So that was my why on wanting to create something for thousands of other kids that were going through similar situations. So that was the why behind Stomp Wars. And now it's a college and career pathway framed for students doing extracurricular activity that just happens to be stepping.
But see, this is why you should say you're a genius, a businessman genius.
Yeah, I love that.
Because
and
you're
then
not
you
a sports
casually
genius.
say 16
Take that away.
years.
Take that off your record now.
What?
Take off your resume. Take the sports thing off.
4,500 people coming to anything. and I'm a comedian. I would love to do a show with 4,500 people in it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, normally we average about 6,000.
Got it.
But we had to change venues at the last minute because the venue was having some issues with their video and audio.
Yeah.
So to be able to change venues like 3 weeks out to a whole new venue,
that's a whole,
that's a pretty.
How can people sign up? When's the next one? Y'all do it quarterly or talk to me?
The national competition is annually.
Got it.
So StompWars.com.
That was the Super Bowl. That was it. Last weekend over the weekend.
But we do a bunch of other stuff with Stomp Wars throughout the year. So just go to StompWars.com to get all the information.
That's so
Say
fresh,
you're a
man.
genius there. Say with the
bro.
business side. Don't do it on sports.
What'd you do this weekend, dog?
I actually was in front of about 6,500 people at the NRG Arena with Special K too.
Yes, sir.
It was the what is it? The Royal Comedy Tour. Some more hosted. Lavelle Crawford, Bruce. And
dope,
me and
dog.
Special K. I thought it was. Here's what's funny is Taylor Swift was next door where the Texans play. On her second day out of 3 days, she basically bought the stadium for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, sold it out. They said the traffic had been crazy in Houston since Thursday when her merchandise truck came, an 18-wheeler that they didn't have stuff for Sunday's show because everybody bought it. It was bananas. Great show. Shout out to everybody who. Oh, my girl Yielded, who is a comedian from out that way and a promoter. She says her aunt Bot. I was at her house and she was like, "Yeah, you know Griff." She said, "Yeah, I know Griff from the sports show. I watch it on YouTube." Now Aunt Bot just got hip to YouTube.
I love it.
Recently.
Love it.
But she said, I think they on about episode 47 or 48. I'm right
she
at
got it
46.
better than us.
She's been listening from the beginning on YouTube.
So she
shout
didn't
out
know
to
you
Aunt
from
Bot.
Get Up with Erica
At
Campbell.
all. She knew me from I Hate the Homies. So
I
I
love
told
it.
her I was going to shout her out. So shout out to Aunt Bot. What'd you do, homie?
We're now going to bring the show down.
You worked out. And let me guess,
You made it up to your
and
fake
you
wife.
Put some caulk in some holes.
Hey, wait, what did you say?
Some caulk and some holes.
And some holes.
And some holes.
In holes with an L or holes?
Some caulk and some holes. I'm a mechanic out here putting caulk in holes. You understand me?
And I went grocery shopping.
Nice.
What?
Yes. I do the grocery shopping.
Do you do the
now.
grocery shopping in your
Yeah, I
house?
love grocery shopping, man.
I hate it, dog. You can.
No.
Let me tell you something. You win on that with me. I don't want to.
It's so bad right now. The people at all these grocery stores, they know me. They know how I like my stuff because I want my stuff, like even my produce. I don't
you're
want
a control freak. That's right. That makes sense. I just thought about it.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Understand who you talking to.
Yeah. I did.
Okay.
Right when he was talking, I was
Oh,
like,
my God.
oh, yeah, he's not going to let his wife do nothing that has to do with him.
Well, first of all, he doesn't have a wife, but the way he talks to his imaginary wife, sit down, woman. I got it. He's the Mr. T in his relationship.
Do you cook?
I cook too.
Your wife don't cook.
His wife doesn't do anything. Says yes.
Because I don't have one, right? Go ahead and say it.
Yes.
Go ahead and say it.
Your wife don't cook though? Like you the cook in the house? Like
I
my
do the
wife
main
is the
cook.
cook in the house.
I
and
do the main
sometimes
cook, yeah, because she gets off like at 5 at her real job because she's a real person.
And you just want the
And I
food
just want
to
the
be
food.
done when you early.
So I go ahead and do it
I'm
early.
not mad at you, dog. Good
Yeah.
stuff. So let's talk
Look at
about
Rock,
these
look at
sports.
Rock,
Why you
Rock,
laughing,
I have
dog?
something to say.
Because it's just
we had Griff. Why are you, dog?
because I would like to.
This is foolishness. We still have not
his
met
fake
his wife.
listens to the podcast like Aunt Bot, dog. I don't want to be disrespectful to a lady I ain't seen or seen a picture of or even. I mean, at this point, my wife told me to leave him alone. Basically, let me just be real, dog. And I feel like I'm already touching toes. My wife told me to leave him alone about the wife because it's not funny to her. And maybe he has a problem. That's what my wife said.
I'm married. I don't understand what you.
Hey, brother, God bless you,
I have
dog.
2 kids.
Cornell and Nika.
I don't even want to know how you got the kids. You might have kidnapped them, bad boy.
Oh, Mary from the Bible
Oh,
face.
I hate y'all. I really hate these homies right here.
Amber Alert.
All right, so let's get into it, man. Let's get into the NBA playoffs. We're going to start off with, Eastern Conference, man, Philly.
Yeah, let's go.
They swept the Nets. We knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, of course.
That's not even.
It was a boring series.
Yeah,
but
it was.
I watched Friday night, and I think this is the problem that the NBA is having. We'll get into this with all the other games too, but it was I don't know if you guys saw this. Joel Embiid, right, like 3 minutes into the game, Claxton dunked on him from the Nets. Put him on the ground.
Okay.
Stepped over him.
Right.
Which is, you can't do that.
You can't step over somebody if you slam on them?
No.
please.
I don't understand.
And stare him down. You can't do that.
Oh, you can't.
The taunting.
Look,
Yeah.
Oh, got it.
The
Okay, you saying, look at what I did to you, and you
Yeah, he looked down at him.
Okay.
So then he stepped over Joel Embiid, and then Joel kicked him. He tried to kick him.
That's what happened to Draymond, and Draymond got suspended for a
But no,
game.
Draymond got suspended because he was already on his 16th technical foul, which that pushed you out.
Got it. Yep. You're right.
They gave Joel Embiid a flagrant 1 in that game. A flagrant 1 because he was trying to go for the family jewels on Claxton. But he missed. He got him right inside the thigh area. So he missed, and they gave Claxton a technical. But then later in the game, that same game in the third period, they ejected James Harden.
I saw that.
When he was kind of pushing homeboy off.
Yeah.
But he hit him in the family jewels, and they ejected him.
The Sixers is just ball busters, ain't they?
Look, man.
Well, you got one that missed and one that they caught it. Yes.
Man, back in the day, they used to do straight out hockey brawls on the NBA basketball.
You know that? That's your Detroit Pistons.
Come on, man.
Stepping over somebody and looking at them is the least I could
Get
have
outta
done.
here with
You
that.
just got dunked on, dog. Grow up.
Get
But
outta
see,
here,
this is
man.
but I think it's the NBA has a problem. And Joe Dumars is in the front office now from your Detroit Pistons.
Bad
Yeah,
boys.
Joe
Come on.
always been a GM since he got out the league.
And a nice guy and professional guy. Even when he played for those Detroit Pistons that were the bad boys, he wasn't part of that.
He wasn't the one they was talking about when you said bad boys.
Exactly.
He wasn't.
But he made the statement of, because he the one that got Green. Draymond Green kicked out the game and then let him play. Got suspended for 1 game because he said it was detrimental to the league. What happened in that game when he stomped Sabonis? I didn't see anything there.
When I saw it and I watched it a bunch of times ago, and I was like, Draymond's done worse. But like you said, he was already on his 15th or 16th, whatever. So, if you got a couple strikes against you, they don't have a problem giving you another strike.
Okay.
I'm willing. Soft. Go ahead.
Willing. Exactly, man. This whole league is soft. Sports is soft, period. Now,
sports is soft,
I'm willing to.
dog. I'm on my lacrosse.
I'm willing to compromise a little bit.
On which one?
If somebody just throws a haymaker and knock you out, okay, you suspended.
Exactly.
But a
hard foul, a push in the chest to your own teammate.
Come on, man.
And we know
Talking
nobody
trash.
fights in the NBA.
Right. They don't even let you talk trash no more. Oh,
Right.
You're taunting.
Remember Sean Kemp back in the day slammed on somebody and held his genitals?
Come on, dog.
While you held the other hand, he held the
Come on, man.
rim.
He did do that. Yeah.
I'll tell y'all something, man. Soft. Everything is soft about sports nowadays, man. So it takes the fun and exciting out of it and the competitive edge.
He did say that series was whacked, and that was the most exciting thing about it.
That was the most exciting thing.
But what about this Miami? Now this series is 2-2, correct?
No, it's 3-1, right?
No, 2-1.
2-1. Miami's up 2-1.
Yeah.
But this is a perfect example of how a player is a legitimate most valuable player to their team. Giannis Antetokounmpo is definitely the MVP of that team, period, because when he's gone, they almost have no chance to win.
Which is weird because we are the ones who even said they got great depth.
Yeah, they are deep.
But who's playing Giannis's part?
That's the point.
Ain't no Giannis part.
You take Jordan
out. Yeah, I knew you was going, And who you got?
Yeah.
Who was that you putting in for Jordan back in the day?
Pippen proved he didn't win a championship without Jordan.
Yeah.
And Pippen cold.
Yeah.
Pippen gonna get you 22 a game.
Come on, man. So is Giannis coming back?
That's the problem. Milwaukee is being solid because they're saying it's day to day with Giannis, but then we don't know when he's
good.
That's what I mean. Did you see the fall?
To me, that's cold for he ain't.
Reggie Miller, who was doing the broadcast that night, said when Giannis fell, it shook.
Yeah.
The hardwood.
That lower back ain't no
He
pump.
said that's how hard he hit the ground.
Oh, wow.
And he couldn't see him coming back anytime soon. They're telling us day to day.
But they're going to say that because you want the other team to think.
But then Butler now Miami has a problem because Butler has an injury. Everybody's going down right now.
Well, it's the time of the year. You done played 82 games already. Your body is...
No, let's say they haven't played 82 games. That's the problem.
They really haven't played 82
games. It's low management.
Games.
That's the problem.
Man.
Did you see this kind of stuff going on back in the day?
Not
when they
at
were
all.
really playing basketball and beating people down.
We hate to sound like the old dudes, but we old dudes.
But that's what we are.
Okay? So anybody under 30 that's listening to the show, we don't respect y'all's sports.
These guys, and I'm not saying what Giannis had to go through and what Butler went through, were serious injuries. But the problem is, you just watch Giannis the way he fell. You seen guys in the NBA in the 90s when they were coming inside that lane fall like that all the time.
Yeah,
and got right back up and played 82 games.
Yeah, absolutely. We don't know. He might have cracked the tailbone or something because he hit that ground hard.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's look, man, you had to literally have somebody's leg broken, an arm broken,
right,
not to be playing back in the day.
But I'm still going to pick the Bucks in this series. I don't think anything changes in my mind.
Even with Giannis not coming back? If Giannis does not come back, Bucks has no chance.
I think Miami doesn't have enough offense. But you got to remember, that's the problem. They don't have enough offense, but then we don't know about Butler. We don't know when he's the key to their basketball team.
Okay, so if Butler can't play and Giannis can't play, I'm with you on the Bucks. But if Butler can play and Giannis can't play,
Milwaukee's in trouble.
Miami wins.
It's two more series in the East that are horrible.
I was gonna say, do we really want to talk about these? Boston and Atlanta. You
just feel like just go ahead and get this over. I'm happy for the ATL because they made it and they won, they play in and all that. But Boston is too much smoke. The Celtics is up 3-1 in that series, and then the Cavaliers with a healthy Donovan Mitchell, just looked like a whole idiot yesterday. I watched. He made one basket in the second half. The Knicks look. Even the commentators was like, it's been 21 years or 24 years since this kind of excitement over the Knicks, and I'm
crazy,
assuming
man. They're going
if they
crazy.
saying 21, that I'm just taking a guess. You talking about Allen Houston and them?
Hey, bro, it's good to see the New York Knicks in the playoffs
winning.
Absolutely. And Jalen Brunson, that dude is a
dog. First of all, he looked like two people. He looked like I thought it was Derrick Rose, because remember Derrick Rose
with the braids
was here, but then he looked like Kyler Murray too. So I'm like, Kyler out here playing two sports. Averaging 29 a game in the playoffs and then getting 300 yards.
They find everything.
He also look like O-Dog from Minister Society.
Yes. Out here, look, wait a minute. So the lady asked him after the game, what's up with this three?
Don't worry
every
about
time
it.
you make a three,
don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
See, don't worry about it.
Straight up.
And she was just like, oh, no,
she was stunned. Okay, I guess I can't worry about it then. He ain't even trying.
Because he kind of put two fingers in the thumb, like under his nose or something like that.
It's a little gang memory, too, but he do it every time. But let me tell you something. The dude's range and his confidence, I ain't watched the Knicks game probably since Allen Houston and them was putting up numbers over the Hawks. I thoroughly enjoyed that game. I saw R.J. Barrett. The Knicks look good. This is the Knicks they've been trying to piece together for the last decade. What?
I'm just telling you, don't fall in that trap.
No.
Why? We're just talking about for this series.
This series. Okay, as long as you're saying this series. Okay,
in this series, they look good. I want to see them against Boston. I want to see them against Miami or Philadelphia, but Cleveland actually was a good team all season, and then they just fell it. They're the better team in the seed, too.
But they're a young team. And we'll find out when the playoffs are different. New York was there. They were there a year ago.
They not that old, the Knicks. Think about it. When you say Cleveland's a young team, you don't think the Knicks is a young team, too?
Knicks, but they got more playoff experience. That's what I'm going by.
Who?
I just thought Donovan Mitchell would do more than...
Over Cleveland.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem.
You got to be happy for the 216.
You talking about like in the history of the franchise?
No, just the
last
couple of years.
The Knicks been in the playoffs a lot in the last few years?
Yes, with Randall, yes, they have.
Okay.
They didn't go anywhere.
They didn't make no noise.
Beat up in the first round.
They didn't go anywhere. That's why I said let's tap the brakes on the Knicks. Stephen A. was going crazy after the game. He was so happy about the Knicks.
No, he's a Knicks fan.
Yeah, but Knicks fans are funny because they be silent because they normally suck.
Right.
Exactly.
And then they got to eat everything everybody say.
Right.
And now for once, like...
But wait. Just like with me with the Cowboys. Just
relax, dog.
Just relax.
It's one
Tap the
series,
brakes.
and that's the
it.
East. And on the West, let me tell you,
that's the fun part. I'm telling you.
They done messed and let these yellow boys in the party.
Sacramento.
Come on, dog.
Sacramento. Golden State is letting it be known they in the Yay. So in California, you got to understand, I'm from the Bay. Sacramento want to be part of the Bay.
Right.
But everybody know they just sack. Like they just sack. Like Sacramento ain't the Bay. Which is funny because Sacramento is the capital of California and you would think it'd be LA or San Diego or somewhere. So Sacramento always have had low self-esteem.
Right.
When it comes to, because you'd rather go to forever.
Yeah. Even on
the
those
capital of the state.
But even those teams with Chris Webber, when they were giving the Lakers,
I mean, with Bibby and all them, and they were sweet
nice.
back then. But remember, then Golden State was awful when Sacramento was like that. But I'm just saying, for Bay Area people, like Sacramento, it's like a Dallas. It's like a Dallas and a Houston person with somebody from Austin, because Austin's the capital of Texas,
Absolutely,
right?
yeah.
So with somebody saying Austin better than Dallas and Houston, it ain't. Austin is cool, but it ain't Houston or Dallas. So
Sacramento.
I'm happy. I'm all that to say, they done messed around and let Golden State. We said, y'all said if they win one, you said it. They gotta win one.
Yeah.
They gotta win one. They done messed around, won both of them. It changes everything.
It's over.
At home,
Draymond was beautiful in his comeback, and he played off the bench.
He came off the bench.
Yep.
Came off the bench. But I think the best part about this game, I think you're seeing talent on both sides.
Yeah, them boys are shooting. That boy Fox
and
how you get
Martin.
38 and lose?
Man, come on.
38.
That boy a monster.
Homie.
Fox is a monster, boy.
I think he ain't gonna stay in Sacramento. He's done his part.
I think Coach Mike. Players love Coach Mike Brown.
Mike Brown's a dog, like you would say.
And what did he learn?
He's a player's coach.
But he learned also from who?
He was under Golden State for 6 years. He done played with LeBron.
Cleveland? Absolutely.
He's a good coach. He got a high NBA IQ.
To me, this is the best series right now.
In the West, because the Denver.
Okay,
what is that?
Denver, Minnesota.
That's a Boston one.
Minnesota finally came back and won a game.
Yeah, they
to
wouldn't
make
let
it
them get
interesting.
swept.
But
you want the sweep to come so we could just.
But you know who I feel sorry for right now, and this is, I hate to say, put the Clippers and Tyronn Lue.
Man,
because Lue
these
can't get
boys
a break.
down 3-1.
But he can't get a break. How can Kawhi? Don't ever. He's a great talent.
Well, his sister just got life.
Who? Kawhi?
Kawhi's sister just got life in jail for something that happened in 2019. So,
but what they got to do with playing basketball when your team needs you?
Your mental state of mind.
Your mental state. It's his real sister. That ain't
that's not
estranged family
member. That's not the injury. They said he messed up himself in the game one. He played in game two.
Kawhi has become.
I'm telling you, he's a problem.
As good as
since
he is,
left
dog,
San Antonio,
he's brittle, dog.
He is brittle.
But he won a title in Toronto.
He was good there.
I'm just correcting you.
No,
you
that's
said
fine.
Since he left San Antonio.
Well,
you don't think he's a little brittle though, Rock? But even in
Toronto, he had that low management thing going on back then. Now I blame the coaches for this and the NBA for letting these guys do this. But he had his great success when he's playing with Tim Duncan now in San Antonio.
Of course, of course.
And he was a whole different player than what he is now.
Well, he always been the silent, get you 26 and don't say nothing.
He's the same type of player.
Yeah, I don't think he's
when he plays. That's the problem.
Yeah, when he plays. I'm with you.
They need a little more from Kawhi.
They need a lot more. Quit saying a lot.
I'm saying I don't want you to. I still want you to give me 28 a game, Kawhi. Thank you so much, but I'm gonna need a little more dog about you, dog.
And that's what he had.
He got the dog in him.
Okay,
it's like he lack. Kawhi is a great press. It's a bunch of players that got a heart that's clutch, that separates them. If Kawhi gonna be the superstar that they calling him, and he is an amazing talent.
I think he's a star. I don't want to use superstar.
I think he's a star too because I'm gonna need my superstar to
show up and play like this. Because when you lose Paul George for an injury, I'm not questioning.
And PG is definitely.
But he had to go through what he went through in Indiana when he messed up his leg. So it's a year-to-year process with him. But Kawhi is supposed to be there. They made that trade and brought him here. He got them to bring Paul George in. And you can't even be ready to play basketball.
How in the world both of y'all gonna sit up there and say Kawhi is not a superstar.
Because he's not.
Are you serious?
No, I'm just go ahead. I'm gonna let you make your point.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
know what you're saying.
How
but
do you say, like, this ain't got nothing to do with the doggone Patrick Beverly situation?
No.
Being a
No,
superstar as a
we're
role
not-
player.
no.
Nothing.
Kawhi Leonard is a bona fide superstar.
He a proper one, but he has been
But Rod,
lacking the super.
That's the part. He doesn't play
You
enough.
don't think
He's not
Are
there
you-
for his team.
Are you talking about over the course of a season,
No,
or are we talking
with
about
the
these
Clippers.
playoffs
We're
right
talking
now?
about
right now,
with the
dog. No,
Clippers.
I'm
In the
saying,
playoffs.
yeah,
Right
just
now in the
right
playoffs.
now,
And even the
dog.
regular
I need you
season,
to be
right?
that I need that super. I need you to be the superstar that you are right now.
I'm with you in the regular season. I'm just talking about what he's doing now in the playoffs.
Well, was he one game? One, that's the problem.
So he's injured right now.
That's what he says. But that's what he said during the season, and he'll come back and play a game and then miss 2 games for nothing. He left Lou hanging.
Yeah.
The head coach had to come out
Okay,
the day of the game.
I'm with you there. But
superstars don't do that. Superstars want to just like what he said.
They want the
I want him
ball,
a dog.
dog. They
I
want
want
the
a dog.
ball,
I want
dog.
to win.
But why is he hurt? Did they ever?
That's the problem.
That's the
We
problem.
still don't know. And now
they say he
it looks
re-injured
like,
his knee. He re-injured his knee.
and you know,
but he played in game 2. They said he did that in game 1.
With basketball players is always a reason to not play, but in the history of the NBA becoming softer,
We're gonna
and
dog
people
Anthony Davis out with the Lakers. We need to dog Kawhi Leonard out.
I
with
like
the Clippers.
Kawhi, man, but your team needs you, dog.
Exactly.
And you have let
That's all
down
I'm
the
saying.
world.
And that's why he's a
that's
star.
all I'm saying. In this series, he let down the world.
Okay, for the purpose of not knowing what's going on with the injury, sitting out, not sitting out, is he gonna play, not being able to play,
Toronto
whatever.
want to know what's wrong with him too.
Yeah, but as far as his talent, that's
We
where
not-
I'm
we not
coming
questioning
from.
his
We don't
talent.
He's a
question his
superstar when it comes to talent.
He's a superstar,
When it
but
comes
I
to
need
talent.
my
There
you go.
superstar to
But
step
I look
up.
at overall superstar.
I got you. I'm with you.
All right?
I'm with you.
Because when we look at LeBron James, he is a superstar.
I got you.
In all factors.
When
If
you
he's
look at
playing,
Steph
you
Curry,
can lose.
superstar.
If LeBron James is playing, you can lose.
When
Straight up.
Steph Curry plays, you can lose.
Right.
Yeah,
Those
and when
are
he don't play,
superstars.
y'all can win.
Giannis, when he's not playing, he's a superstar. Giannis wants to play. He's that dog what we're talking about that Kawhi needs to
Giannis
be.
do- yeah.
And he's not. That's the problem. That's why I got to take that title away from him. Not talent-wise, but I'm not giving him that talent. I'm not giving him that title when he's not put the effort out there for
Now
with
he's
his
changed
team.
the culture of the Clippers. Agreed. The Clippers.
Is that more
actually
Lou?
the Clippers have been sweet for the last decade.
Yeah, they've been sweet for a while.
Since you know, people
Doc
that's
Rivers,
gotta go
Doc
there.
Rivers,
But
yeah.
I'm trying to. The best thing we could do right now is just if no
You
one
sound just
listens
like him. You really do.
to me, then you don't have to do anything. My son plays for the team, and he doesn't start either.
Well, the reason why nobody listens, coach, is because we can't hear you.
We can't understand you, coach. Does anyone have a cough drop? I need someone to just, or some spray.
That's Doc Rivers, y'all.
Yes, thank you. I'm
I
here
think,
all
and
week.
everybody knows that. And then one more series that we didn't talk about: the Clippers, the Lakers, and the Grizzlies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's interesting now.
It
So,
got
Ja-
fun.
It got fun.
It got
again.
fun.
Yeah,
Yes,
and-
because it was unfun for a second,
Yeah.
and then it okay.
Well, I mean, I thought Lakers was gonna win it even with Ja Morant.
But see,
Been playing.
okay, this is the other thing. We're talking about Kawhi Leonard and Anthony Davis. I know he's a player, especially during the regular
You
season.
just never know what version gonna show up.
That's the problem.
And guess what? I
He
need
has so
the
much
version.
talent,
I
Rob.
need
Oh,
the
yeah.
version I paid for.
Exactly.
I need, as a general manager and owner, I need the version that I brought you from. Remember when you didn't play for
with
the
the
Pelicans
Pelicans.
for a half a season,
Yeah.
and then we said don't play, and then we gonna bring you over here because you and LeBron and Maverick and all y'all is partners in same sports agency, and we was cool with that. But sir,
I need him to be consistent. That's it. Just
you
bring
you a great big, man who let down when we need you.
And Steve
I know
Adams-
you can shoot. I know you can get 21.
He should be
for
dominating this
threes.
series because Steve Adams is out right now for the Memphis Grizzlies.
It's no excuse.
It's no
Agreed.
excuse.
Agreed.
We all
Yeah,
agree.
they're up right now, but I'm just telling you, Ja put up almost 40 points in that game, over
know.
40 points in the game.
John's so disrespectful, though.
Yeah, he will dunk on you,
John's
man.
awesome, dog.
He is,
John's
man.
awesome. I
And
hope in his whole
weigh
career he
150.
can. And just the lightest dude on the floor. It's the referee. It's a female referee that weigh more than him.
You know who he dunks like? Dominique Wilkins back in the day.
Agreed.
Yeah, I
Human
agree,
highlight.
But Dominique was a
big man.
strong man.
Yeah,
like
big-
he
yeah.
wasn't. When I think of Ja, I'm thinking, okay, here you got a dude that's dunking like he's like no one can stop him because they don't know which way he's gonna come, and he's so light.
Because nobody can stop him.
And he still dunks on you.
Nobody can stop. You see it coming. You still can't. No, he's magical with the position of the ball in the air.
Yeah, he's a special player.
Oh,
he's a special player. Superstar.
So there it is, man. All right, that's our quick report for the NBA talking the playoffs and all that good stuff. So let's get into this doggone situation with your boy Marquez Houston.
I thought y'all wanted to ask me about the XFL. I can't get a.
You know what?
From when we come back from the break, can I just talk about the XFL real quick?
Let's give him 1 minute to talk
the
about it.
1 minute
in the XFL.
How about 30 seconds, dog? We got 30 seconds XFL. We're going right into Marquez Houston and him not liking older women. That's next.
Timer is on.
Go.
Okay. So this Saturday, the Arlington Renegades take on the Houston Roughnecks. Whoever wins that goes to the championship.
And that's Coach Bob Stoop. This is all I know because I'm an Oklahoma fan.
Yeah.
Coach Bob Stoop coaches
The
the Arlington team, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And then on Sunday, Seattle.
Marquez Houston, 41, is under fire for saying women his age often come with baggage.
I be trying XFL. I be trying, dog.
And he addressed this 19-year-old gap with him and his wife. So he pretty much just saying, man, damn, trying to date a doggone woman my age. I'm 41. That's too old for me. There's too much baggage to come along with that.
I'm going to let y'all say your part first because go ahead, Rock. So what do you think? He's 41. He's married to a 19-year-old. He said 41-year-old women come with baggage.
Yeah, so I think 41 and 19, that's a big gap right there. Because what are you going to have in common? You don't got nothing in common. So, but I'm not opposed to if she was, 29.
25, 20, 30. I'm 50, you 30.
Yeah, I'm okay.
You got a job, you done had a life.
Yeah, but 19 is nothing that
You out of high school.
That we have
People
in
graduate when they 19, dog.
You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as what he talking
You're not
about,
marrying my daughter. How about that? Let's say that.
That's like
you gonna let a grown man marry your daughter? Now she 19 now. How long they been courting? How long they been dating? You ain't just marry her after she turned 19. So I got a whole problem with this story because first of all, Marcus, you're nasty, dog. You R. Kelly Jr. with it. A little bit.
Yes, that's a
you
little
R.
bit.
Kelly Jr. with it because you a grown man and you've had women your whole life. And now you going to settle down with a 19-year-old. And I also told my 23-year-old daughter, when a dude is 45 and he trying to holler at you, you need to know a number of things about this dude. Number one, he doesn't have an adult mindset because his game is only that of somebody under 21.
Let's correct this. This girl is 22. It's a 19-year gap. So she's not 19.
She's not
He's
19
dating,
now.
he's dating a
He married
22-year-old.
her at the age of...
He's 41. She's 22.
Yeah.
Okay. That still barely, dog.
Man, but
I'm gonna respect this 22 because it ain't a teenager,
Right.
But and I'm not opposed of a 50-year-old dating a 30-year-old and a 60-year-old dating a 40-year-old, but I just have a problem with a 40-year-old with a 20-year-old.
But how can you have that problem when James Evans didn't have that problem when Louis Gossett was trying to court Thelma on Good Times? You remember that episode?
I do understand that episode. You stupid. I was like, what the hell is this man?
I thought you were going to say when James was with Florida. Like,
right. I was like, she was already 70 in the 70s. She was old and young at the same time.
But the people are not having problems with the age gap right now. They're having problems with what he said about
the baggage.
The baggage, calling kids baggage or whatever you bring it to the table, which I have no problem with that. I've always used that term.
You don't have a problem with him saying that 41-year-olds come with baggage? I think all human beings come with baggage, dog.
But no, I'm saying it's other women out there. They're mad about the way he said it. His comments.
Women be mad about everything. First of all, women, you do come with baggage. You got a damn 26-year-old living at the crib. That's baggage number one. All you do is talk about your ex-boyfriend and what he did and your last husband. That's baggage number two.
Baggage number three is the fupa they have on the front of the.
Ain't nobody tripping off the Dave. Sir, ladies and gentlemen, the views and opinions of Super Dave,
you said
not
three.
the views and opinions of I Hate the Homies,
women,
Rock T and Griff.
Women hate when you identify they fupas, man. Because they've been trying to get rid of them bad boys for a long time.
What about for the people that don't know what a fupa is, Rock? Can you go into great detail with that, please?
Let's see. That is a fat upper blank area.
To me, I call it the umpa-dump. That's what because if they wear like leggings or something,
it just sticks out.
It just come from.
You think
it's a pouch.
Where
It's
your
a little
pelvic
pooch.
supposed to be.
Like a kangaroo.
A baby kip is gonna come out of it, sucking a bottle. You a possum.
See, he didn't want to be a part of this now he had to.
You a little Joey.
But I get sick and tired of people trying to tell somebody how to control their own life.
What do you mean?
When you look at people talking about him saying the baggage, he don't want anybody with any baggage. He said
obviously been with females who had some baggage. I
kids,
let women say this.
Kids.
Yes,
Kids.
I don't like when women say all men is sorry. That's a tough statement to make because you only dated 5 of them.
Right.
And how about the 5 men you dated was sorry and you suck at finding a mate? Let's address that part instead of blaming it on all the men and ain't no good dudes out here. And if dude is saying, okay, he's an entertainer. He don't want to be a stepfather. Obviously, he don't want to be somebody. He got things. He just want to hang out with you. He don't want to hang out with your kids. It's dudes in the world that don't want kids.
Right.
It's dudes. It's whole dudes who you saying you gonna marry and one day he gonna want a kid, but he don't want a kid. And he told you that before y'all get married. Now you thinking in your girl mind, oh, maybe in 5 years. He told you. He don't want a kid. And normally that's a reason if you really want a kid and your man don't want a kid, y'all probably going to have to separate.
That's not the only baggage you're dealing with. We're not just talking about the kid part. The kid comes with a father or a daddy on the other side that's going to be buttoning your relationship.
But if you a grown person, this is all I'm saying. I got a blended family, as do you.
Yep.
To keep peace, number one, I've always been cool with my kids' fathers. I raised 5. 3 of them got my last name. 2 of them I raised since they was 5 and 9, or 4 and 9 or something like. So I was the dad that was saying, let me reach out to their father and ask them, hey, you want me to drop them off at the mall? You wanna meet me at the mall? And then me and your son will be in there and he'll be like, oh my God, my dad is here. That's crazy. We was just in the mall. Hey, you should spend the night with him. I ain't got no clothes. I just happen to have a packed bag because we parents. It ain't for the kids to be. So I'm the parent that want to advocate. Make sure you see, hey, write your dad. Make sure you text your dad this week, or did you call your? With my kids, I was always saying, did you call your mom?
Well, Marquez Houston don't want none of that. He don't want that responsibility.
And I'm with him. I didn't want that. I didn't want that. So it took me a long time for y'all to sit up here and say I supposedly got married. But that was always my thought.
Let me see a picture of your wife right now, dog.
Can I make my point?
No.
There's nothing.
Let me see a picture of your wife right now. Any picture in the last right now, dog.
You can't make a point until we see you have a real wife.
Because this is. I'm sorry, babe. I know what you told me, but I can't do it no more. I can't. I just need to see one picture.
And as you're strolling,
I can show you a picture of me and my wife from whenever, dog. Show me one picture,
I'm
dog.
saying I was the same way.
Look what he's doing. As he's strolling through thousands of pictures.
This is me with my daughter and my wife.
How about that? He's showing me a picture from 2012.
Where you going?
Is she pregnant?
Yeah, my
Thank
son.
you, Jesus. Oh, okay.
Thank you.
I was about. You see that? Here go a picture of Dave wearing a suit
when he was in
with
high school.
A little baby that's dressed. It looked like Easter. Wait a minute, it might have been. It said nope, August 5th, Wolf Creek. Come on, she tiny like you too.
I'm not tiny, number one. Come on, short.
That's what tiny and short, the same thing.
Oh,
no, I thought you meant weight wise. Come on, man.
No, she a little itty bitty. Oh, this is the baby I saw a cheerleading picture of.
So now y'all.
No, we know you got a daughter or a picture of a girl in your house. We seen her. Hey, Ebony, how are you, sweetheart?
No, that's actually Super Dave. That woman is holding.
That's Super Dave's dad. That's Super Dave's dad and his mama.
Yeah.
And there's a little boy in a sailor suit in the middle.
Oh, I can't stand y'all. I just showed up. I can't stand y'all. my point.
Sorry.
Can I make my point before we get off of this subject?
Oh, God. Hey, Ebony, you're a real person. And from 2012. That's the picture he decided to choose to show us, Ebony, by the way. A pregnant picture of you with a 1-year-old between y'all. That's your husband.
I don't believe it.
That's your husband 11 years ago.
Listen. And the Marquez Houston thing, I have no problem with. I lived my life the same way growing up. I didn't want anybody with any baggage. If I didn't have any baggage, I didn't want anybody with the baggage.
That ain't fair.
But listen.
That's your opinion. That's your opinion. You're absolutely right.
I always thought if I did have somebody with baggage, the person, like say whoever the guy was that was with her before me.
Right.
Whenever I make her mad, I'm not at home. He comes over, get his kid. He might try to go in the room and tap that before. I'm not there.
That's why, as a man, you say, big homie, I'm all for you coming over to get the kid. Call me. And that's how you end everything.
And then you'll be there.
At the end of the day, man,
you should be respectful and say, hey, Dave, if I'm your wife's son's father, I'm gonna text you and say, Dave, big homie, I'm off on Thursday after 4. Is it cool if I come scoop the kids, or is somebody gonna be home? If you know that, you're gonna be like, yeah, dog, they're gonna be there. Go ahead and grab them. But if I ask your wife, and now, so I understand. I always think men got low self-esteem anyway. So as long as I ain't a part of the reason why they got the low self-esteem, they gonna be okay. I'm gonna talk to a man. I'm going to talk to a married man. I'm going to talk to a married woman's husband first every time. I tell people all the time, text me your husband number or give me your husband number and I'll call him and we'll follow up.
All I'm going to remember after seeing that kid and I knowing that he's coming over to my house and picking up that kid, he had his foot on my wife's neck at one point.
Why do you describe... Why it always... Dog, this is not the third time... Right.
Or scratching the walls.
Hey, man.
Right. Look, is this the third time he said?
He sure did. Somebody got their neck on his wife. Foot on his wife's neck.
It's me. What you talking about? Mom talking about me.
Know, dog, but y'all have some aggressive sessions, dog. If you, if I'm the baby daddy and I come over and you go, yeah, here go your son. Had them 14s on my wife's neck, huh? No, that's just what you do. Nobody else want to have kill your wife.
I didn't know you had a Timberland tattoo on your neck. It's not a tat. It's not a tat. What do you mean?
Let's
move on, man. Let's go to the NFL draft.
Congratulations, Marcus. You pissed off the world.
Hey,
dog.
Man. NFL draft, man. Is it a bona fide guaranteed that quarterback Bryce Young is going to Carolina from Alabama as the number 1 pick? Let's talk about it. All right, so let's touch this real fast. We ain't gonna spend a lot of time on the NFL draft coming up. We know,
even though it's this week,
it is. It's going down.
And I live for the NFL draft.
Yeah, it's exciting.
It's better than the NBA draft.
Actually, yeah, definitely, because you get to. You know, they only a handful of them actually go. It's going to be in Kansas City this year, so it'll probably only be a half a dozen of them there, or a dozen of them we do have to go. That's going to be there, but I always found it interesting when, like, the 3rd or 4th pick, maybe he was on the lake with his daddy fishing, and he found out on the phone that he was the 4th pick in the whole NFL draft, and he kept it moving. Like, I always appreciate those. And then I'll never forget CeeDee Lamb snatching the phone from his girl.
No, his girlfriend snatched the phone. Oh, yeah,
no,
she did.
She went to go look at his phone, and he
Yeah.
took that one without thinking twice about it. Like, it's those little things, because people be at their house, they surrounded by 26 of their closest family members and friends, and it's just a moment. It could be emotional for you if you watch it, because you just know everything that family put in for that child. I love it. It was one season. It was a dad that was going crazy that they was showing his son. Like, I'm all for the fathers.
But you know why? We know why we appreciate it, because we've watched these. We can say watch these young men play from. Even if we didn't watch them in high school, we watched them play in college.
Yeah.
And most of these guys got to play 3 years in college.
Yep.
And before they go to the NFL.
To be super sweet when we talk about Heisman Trophy winners.
Because then you watch them, and now you feel like you're part of them. You saw their career grow.
So one NFL draft that stands out the most to me was when Missouri defensive end Michael Sams got drafted, and they showed him at his house kissing his boyfriend.
And his boyfriend was Dave's size, and he was my size, and he towered over that little man, and he tongue kissed him, and everybody was like,
thought you were really going to say something.
Everybody was like, all right, what's the next pick? Okay.
I mean,
They didn't know what to do. They was like, all right, and on the clock, we have.
That's exactly what
let's go.
We're not ready yet. It's still 2 minutes left.
Let's just play a running back from Tennessee. We'll be right back.
Wasn't the guy white?
Yeah. His little white fiance.
The commentators, they really didn't know what to say.
Never saw it coming,
It's a different
dog.
world now.
Oh, yes, it is.
Now you got to be like, oh, look at the couple. Okay.
Because they were trying to talk about Michael Sam's success in college. They had his highlights.
He was a defensive player of the year for the SEC.
Yeah, and
out of
so,
Mizzou.
but yeah, they was watching him kiss his boyfriend, but they were trying to continue to talk about him as an athlete. And it kept kind of uncomfortable pauses.
The whole LGBTQ.
What's
right?
37 tackles. Not sacks.
I remember, dog. I remember because they had it in a picture in picture. You know, it was a picture in picture.
Get to my team.
Homosexual or not, if you can play football, I want you on my team.
Hey, he was a dog.
Yeah, because we don't know who.
He was a dog in
You look
college.
at the NFL right now, you don't know who is and who's not.
Well, a couple
shout out to the
guys.
people that came out and was
Absolutely.
brave enough to say, you know what, this might hurt my career, whatever. And I got a lot of respect for them, but it hasn't been a homosexual player that's been I was about to say sweet.
Don't say sweet.
It hasn't been a homosexual player that's been an all-star or something that we could say he the first homosexual to be an all-star or something.
Let's
like
get us
that.
back on track now. We were talking about Bryce Young will probably go number one.
Yes.
We can all agree on
to
that.
the Bryce Young from the
Alabama Crimson Tide going to
Heisman
Carolina.
Trophy winner.
Should be going to Carolina.
It would be really weird if he didn't.
Yeah, I think the weird part is what they're saying now is C.J. Stroud may be going
third
or fourth.
Second.
He may be going fourth to Indianapolis.
They need a quarterback.
But Houston needs a quarterback.
Houston needs
just
a
hired your
quarterback
black
first.
coach.
No, they got everything. They got the new coach is a defensive. He's the Houston Texans all-time leading tackler, and they got.
But you still need a quarterback.
You need a proper They don't have a quarterback at all.
So why wouldn't you pick C.J. Stroud? I can't see them passing up.
He a defensive coach. He's saying make the defense. Defense wins
They're
championships.
talking
So
about
he
Will
talking
Anderson.
about going to go get that boy.
Will Anderson from
I don't
Alabama.
know, dog.
I wouldn't do
Houston
it.
better get them. Well, you know, they done had a bunch of fails in quarterbacks with David Carr.
But they had Deshaun Watson, who was nice.
They nailed Deshaun before
he
that
started getting
stuff.
all those massages.
You right, dog.
I'm telling the truth. It wasn't,
you're absolutely right, dog.
Yes.
Deshaun Watson was an incredible quarterback.
He was an
at
incredible
Clemson,
quarterback.
And with Houston,
But
he
now
put him,
nobody was
brought him back.
incredible. All those hands have been on him.
Where is the show?
Let's go ahead and on that
Rod
note.
started it with the whole
Tippy-toe.
So the
Tippy-toe.
Ohio State quarterback they
C.J.
saying
Stroud.
is going to go maybe
to the Colts, Indianapolis
at
Colts.
third or fourth.
And once upon a time, they was expecting him to go number one.
They've been
They
battling
just
that.
They was just casually.
So he's
The
falling.
Panthers would be
Bryce
well,
Young
what
is
did
the
Panthers
best
say?
quarterback. Bryce Young is the best quarterback
But
in
he
this
got
draft.
everything going against him that Jalen Hurts did. He's small. He's short.
But he
he's
produces, and what we just said
Not,
about.
Oh no,
And he's a dog. He finds a way to win.
Period. If you can play
And that's
quarterback, you
it.
can play quarterback. Ask Drew Brees.
But they're saying with C.J. Stroud, he didn't do good on this the test.
Oh,
they
that
give.
test that they take.
The litmus test?
The
Yeah.
litmus.
Man, bull crap with all that litmus test.
Right,
man.
because
Come on.
Peyton
Show
Manning
me a
did
football
awful on
player
that
on the
too.
field.
Come
Yes.
on, man.
Awful on that
Absolutely.
test.
Now Vince Young did too.
Well, poor
Dream
Vince.
Vinsanity was amazing in college.
Dog,
And
the
that-
way
that
he
was
turned
it.
around that championship.
And that was it.
That
And he took that
was-
test, and he was nothing in the
But
NFL.
no, his rookie
first
year,
his first year was
rookie year in
great.
Tennessee, he was
nice.
cold.
Yeah.
And then when he had to call his mama, when his mama,
Oh man,
It's going to be interesting to see what they do. I mean, but I like Alabama. I mean, I like Bryce Young going first. I hope Houston makes the best decision and don't make a dumb decision. You better get your quarterback at number 2.
You better get a quarterback. I can't wait till we talk about it because what's always fun about me in the drafts are those that second round is really important.
Oh, that's important.
Like
the second and
top
third
10.
round. Yes.
You understand me? Like the second and third is big because that's when they tell you so-and-so was a third rounder.
Yeah.
Who's
Man,
been playing with the Bills for 11 years. Such and such was a fourth round pick.
Look what happened last year with the 49ers.
Mr. Irrelevant.
Yeah, I was about to say every round is important in the NFL because the rosters are so big.
Yeah.
And there's backup players, especially from Alabama, that get drafted and become stars in the NFL that didn't play much
because
when
you
they
got
was at
guys
Alabama.
that really want to
And
play.
that would be, and a quick example of that is Josh Jacobs from the Raiders.
Now, he was a star in Alabama.
Yeah, but he had only rushed for 600 yards his last season.
But he wasn't the main guy.
He was
no,
teaming
he
up.
playing running
Yeah,
back.
they had what's his name over there, and they didn't need him like that. So for him to come in the NFL and really explode,
Come on, dog.
That's what you want.
Yes, sir.
And are they really talking about Derrick Henry to the Eagles, dog? Did you see that over the weekend? Yeah, they've been saying it out loud. My son an Eagle fan, so he been sending me
nasty.
That ain't gonna be fun. That ain't gonna be fun for no. But
He's still out there too.
Yeah, nobody picked him up yet, dog.
just said that to
Nobody
somebody.
picked him up yet, dog.
If it come out in a month that
You know where he should go?
Ezekiel's in trouble about something, dog, we get to say you heard it here first on I Hate the Homies.
I don't care what kind of season he's had the last couple of years and his career's been going a little bit downhill. Statistically, it's something else. It's got to be something else.
Because his numbers speak for themselves.
Come on, dog. Ain't no way you let a running back like Ezekiel
No way, dog.
sit out there that long without getting him picked
No
up.
way,
But
dog.
what have we said about running backs? They treat
No,
running backs bad.
but that's Ezekiel Elliott, and he's out here and he's open. And I'm with Rock. I don't care who the starters is. We will have Ezekiel Elliott on the bench.
Listen,
But
Bill
you know what?
Belichick from the Patriots would have already picked him up by now.
Okay, I take
they always do a
Ezekiel
good running
Elliott
back.
right now.
And why
at
not
a-
put him in Seattle? Look at Seattle.
at a cheaper price? I've seen him the last 2 years with the Cowboys. The
No,
Cowboys
he
are
already
overpaying.
going on a cheaper price because he out there.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying they were overpaying him for what the production they got over
Exactly.
the
That's
last
why
2
me
years.
and Rock was like, we will pick up an Ezekiel Elliott
Period.
for half of what he was going
We'll
for
see what he
over
does.
there.
Exactly. I agree with you on that. We'll see what he can do.
On that note, no, let's get to the yay or nay, big dog. Let's
All right.
get ready to wrap up the episode this week. Man breaks up with his girlfriend. First of all, the yay or nay is a 3-minute drill. Are we going to be taking a break?
But in that one, and then say when we come, let's close out.
All right, so let's go ahead and get ready to wrap this thing up with yay or nay, the 3-minute drill roundtable on wide ranges of topics. That's coming up right after this, man. All right, so a man breaks up with his girlfriend because he says her son is bad and disrespectful.
So why'd you breaking up with me? Why?
Look, man.
Why? Okay, so you gonna break up with me because of my son?
I was trying to teach him right from wrong. Look how... Man, give me this gun, dog. What you mean? What you say?
I said,
That's what.
So you gonna break up with me
Man, he
because
think this
of
shit
my
funny,
child?
man. Listen, I'm
He's
trying
just
to
a
work with you,
child.
man. He's bad, dog.
He just need a little guidance, man.
man,
Like,
sit your
don't.
ass down.
That's a petty reason to break
Man, I
up with
can't do
somebody.
what
I ain't
you
gonna
do, man.
lie.
This is too much,
How?
man.
Oh, why?
Your
Over
kid.
a
It's too
10-year-old?
fucking- your kid is too
Over a
fucking bad.
10-year-old?
Where's that
Over
at?
a
I can't do this
10-year-old?
shit. Stick with
Over
your
a
kid.
10. Okay.
Dog, he bad. He
Right.
bad as
Okay,
fuck.
but that's not no reason to break up with nobody.
I can't do it no more, man.
So you gonna
Dog,
throw?
stop
You
thinking
gonna?
figure out that, man. I'm done.
So you just gonna throw all these years down the drain?
Let me tell y'all something, man. A bad kid will make you run out the back door
Yeah.
in a heartbeat.
My mother used to say, I ain't never going to get a man. Shut up, Dave. Because shut
Say
up.
nothing. I can't say
Because
nothing.
we were so bad. She was like, y'all scaring off all. Well, they wasn't that scared.
Yeah, she got 9.
Right.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with being honest with your girl. If you dating her and your son is being bad, disrespectful, you trying to be a
That's
father
the
figure.
baggage. What did we say earlier in the show about?
No, that's
Marquez
baggage.
Houston?
No, that's
baggage.
that's
It's bad baggage.
You trying to be a father figure to
But
this.
you heard what she said. He just needs some guidance.
I think his ass-
Okay,
Yeah.
if I'm gonna start off trying to guide this young man, and it's obvious he can care less about me.
Yeah.
he gonna disrespect me.
Yeah.
he gonna get
I
me
got
to the
one
point.
way to help him understand.
He gonna get me to the point. Okay, I'm ready to fight this little dude.
Yeah.
it's time for me to go ahead and leave. I'm out. Deuces.
Yeah,
but to be
because
a respectful, so this is what kids do when you in blended families: is divide and conquer. So they're going to ask one family member or one parent such and such, and then the other one, that's what kid, and they don't care how y'all argue or that's what make them little stupid kids. So how you end this is you simply tell her in front of him, may I have the choice to discipline your son? If we're going to be together in the long run and this is going to eventually be my son, we need to create some rules right now. Now, it could be two things, because a real man don't let a little kid do nothing disrespectful.
No.
And I don't have to whoop you.
Yeah.
I'm a man. I don't play with kids.
The voice, the
Get
look,
out
everything.
Everything.
Yes.
So obviously his mother goes through this a lot because I'm just making a, as a parent, as a dude who's dated women, because most boys really do want that father figure, so they got a different demeanor than this kid.
Yeah.
This kid was bad as hell. Like, lady, you're not gonna have a husband or a boyfriend or nothing if that little boy is like that. So now it lays on the mother's fault. These women are ruining men, ruining them, because here's a 10-year-old who's so disrespectful that all you want to do is whoop him.
Yeah.
And that shouldn't be my first thought as we build this family, is before we build anything, I want to build this belt on your son's back. Like,
right.
That shouldn't be.
Somebody better get a hold of him, because if you don't, what's going to happen later on? The same badass kid that you see right now,
shooting up.
It's going to be a menace to society. I know.
And also beating up his mother.
That's what I always think. If you act like if your mama
you
can't
don't
control
you don't respect your mama, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm all the way in for that.
That's so. Yay or nay? Would you leave?
Yay.
Yay.
Yay. Okay,
Deuces.
we agree on that.
But I've never left a woman who had a bad kid, because I'm a kind of dude that make a kid, hey, let me show you. You ever had a kite before?
Yeah, but what if he still ain't responding to none of that?
Nah, I'm a
Now, did any of the
communicator.
9 men that your mama was
I
with?
never had no relationship with none of them dudes.
But
Like,
I'm saying
not
none
one.
of them left because of bad kid. I'm just asking
Me,
I can't ask a question.
he pretty much saying none of them left because of you.
Yeah, I had already. I was terrorizing, though.
I know.
I was terrorizing, dog. I was trying to get him up out of here, dog. I know the revolving door style, dog.
Because your voice was the same when you were 6 as it is now. You was running them man up out the house, man. This dude is evil with that voice. Moving
How
on,
long you
man.
gonna be with my mama? Whose 4-year-old is this? I'm just asking because
What a cigarette in his mouth.
I ain't got a slinky or nothing. You just making noises.
With his underoos on coming in there.
Aquaman.
Aquaman.
You see me, I'm Aquaman.
That dude running at the house. Talking about your child is possessed.
Hey, your son got that machine in his throat. What's the matter with your son? Got a trach.
Don't do that.
I ain't got no trach, sir.
Go on, Rob. Go.
So a man on Southwest Airlines flight had a total meltdown over a crying baby. Now look, a baby crying, it ain't the baby fault that the baby crying. Baby gets stressed out. He don't know what's going on, or she don't know what's going on.
The baby's ears is popping, dog. We don't know how to make it's a lot of adult. You know how to make your ears pop? You know how to make your ears
When you're young?
Yeah, you gotta yawn.
No, now.
Yeah.
Like now, if your ears you know how to make your ears unpop.
No. How?
It's you got to be from a mountainous area. I know how to do it. I was taught very young. Like, it's something you can do to make but a kid don't do that. So the pressure
builds up.
is horrible for a baby. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes they be good because in the beginning it be rocking and it's slow. But then when they wake up, their ears they can't hear. It sounds like somebody got their ears covered, so they freaking out. And they don't have words to say, Mom, my ear.
So for the purpose of this dude that had a meltdown, put your doggone headphones on, listen to some music or a movie, and you good. You don't even hear none of that.
So you say the pressure for the baby, right?
Yes.
But then that baby's putting pressure on my ears. You think I want to hear that crap?
Man, put some
You a
headphones on.
mean dude to if it's a lady with a baby
I
or a
wouldn't
man,
do-
I'm going to help them with their luggage, first of all, because
I do
nobody
that.
helping them. They still trying to hold the baby in one hand and put a suitcase up. I'm going to help them. If I'm walking past them, I'm going to say, you want a water? Your baby good? Like, I have kids, so
But y'all travel a lot. So,
Right.
So when you coming in.
But that's
late
how you teach the baby.
But I'm saying
here
you.
this baby's first time traveling and he crying. He probably won't cry again like you, but it's only so much of, okay, hush, like that ain't fair.
I get all that, which is why you put your damn headphones on and watch your
keep
movie
it
and listen to some
moving.
music.
Grow up,
Yeah,
dog.
that's it.
But being mean to a lady with a baby, that ain't
Yeah, I
fun.
wouldn't do
That
that. I
ain't
wouldn't have
Because
done that.
guess what?
No.
My husband gonna meet me at baggage claim. Go tell him the same thing
But
you told me.
but it is irritating because you get the same thing in church.
It is absolutely
okay, because you get that in
irritating.
church too,
It
right?
is absolutely
And the woman,
irritating.
I know it's a plane, but just like in church, a woman can sit there with the baby's crying, preacher's preaching.
But crying babies normally they walk out the back. Normally,
Sometimes they don't, and that's when I get irritated. That's
but
when I
I
get
done heard
upset.
pastors say, "Go ahead, hey sister Jake, go ahead and go to the nursery." I done heard a couple pastors say that. But on a plane, you can't do nothing, and it's almost like you saying you and your baby shut up. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's not fair. I'm just saying it's very bully of you to tell somebody.
Yeah, he's a chump for saying being
Right.
the way he was. Because if that was a man holding that baby, would he do the same thing?
Exactly.
No, he wouldn't. So that's a chump move.
So that's a nay.
That's a
That's
whole
a nay.
name.
No,
for
that's
me.
a nay.
Yeah, it is.
But the kid was a brat. Go ahead.
Which kid? The 10-year-old?
The baby.
How you gonna call the baby a
Why?
brat? It's not the baby's
I
fault.
like crying. I said I wouldn't say anything to the woman, but I still would be irritated.
Let me
can't
see
be
that picture of
irritated.
your family one more time, dog, because now I'm thinking
telling
it
you,
was
man.
your dad.
That was his dad and his mama.
Because the
And
suit
he
was
the
too
one-
nice. It was an old zoot suit. Right. You see that suit? That suit was clean.
So it's my father, and then I'm in the sailor outfit,
that's
right?
you
Right,
in
it's
the
you
middle.
in the middle.
I hate y'all.
There it is,
Y'all
y'all,
ain't see
man.
that? Didn't he say something about his daddy having a 70-something Cadillac in the back? You ain't see that Cadillac in the back?
Okay,
Episode number 49 is a wrap, man. Rock Teasies, who I beezy.
It's your boy Griff, and I hate the homies and Photoshop.
This is your boy Super Dave. That was my family. I have a real wife. I have real kids. But guess what?
We don't care.
I know y'all don't. Sorry,
Deuces.
homies.
I hate the homies.